Jones from North Oconee in 5. Freshman EMRE SUNGUR from Tallulah Falls in 6. Copeland Block, Westminster's senior in 7. Andrew Clark from North Cobb Christian, the junior in 8. And Keaton Cepas Buciero, Midtown senior in 9.
I expect Simon Casey to probably run away with this. His best time is a 4:33.53, which he did only a few weeks ago at the Metro Championship, so you know that he's right in form. It's not like it's some random swim that he had months or years ago. The question is going to be who gets into that battle for second place. Right now, second seed is Gavin Jones from North Oconee, and then he's got Garrett Kennedy, who's a different classification, but this is where that other side of the coin comes into play. In a race like this, that competitiveness could push both of them to go times that they didn't realize they could. Do they need to beat each other? No. Does your competitive advantage take over, or competitive nature take over, rather, and you just can't let somebody pass you? Yes, and maybe that pushes you to do something that you never knew you could do, and that's what I would love to see at the high school level for a lot of these gentlemen.
Let's go one step further to continue the conversation. Do these guys in the pool right now have an understanding of what the guys just swam in the last heat?
I don't think to a point. What I used to do is I would look at what the top time was and consider whether or not that's something I needed to be afraid of, basically.
Right.
And I think for somebody like Simon Casey, he's not going to look necessarily at a 4:54 and be super afraid of it. But if you're on the outside of it, maybe if you're, Tyler Wood, who was a 4:53.98 at prelims yesterday, that is something that you need to pay attention to. Madison Kingston, love it. He's in your same classification. It will sneak into your head. And that's where, a lot of times people wonder, well, would you rather go second or go first? And my answer was always, well, who's going before me or who's going after me? Because sometimes they'd throw down a race that you'd go, oh, man, I've got to step up, and it would potentially get into your head. Other people love that type of challenge. They see that and they say, all right, I know what I got to do, and I'm going to go do it.
Normally, I think most people would want to go second. Football in overtime, normally you would choose to play defense first in college overtime just so you know what you need. I think that's the general consensus. But certainly some people out there may want to set the standard.
And I used to challenge some of my swimmers when I was coaching that may have been in the second heat. And I used to remind them, hey, you can scare someone. You can do something unexpected. And all of a sudden they're looking at the board and they're going, whoa, 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 where did that come from? How did that guy do that? And all of a sudden now you're in their head. You flipped the script. And it worked at times. I had swimmers every now and then that would throw something into the water that no one, a lot of times not even them, were expecting. And people all of a sudden would start going, we need to pay attention to this. And it would impact their future swims.
Simon Casey, you see this splits right there. Looking very good as expected with a half a length of the pool almost in front of all competitors.
Simon Casey is one of the top recruits in his class. He's only a junior. I expect him to be sub 4:30 probably by the time he is a graduating senior. 4:33.53 at Metros a few weeks ago. No decision yet on his college route, but he's definitely one of those guys that when you look at his body type, you look at his technique, he's got very clean stroke, and it's something that college coaches love because a lot of times they say, well, we can come in there and we can build muscle around that, or we can come in there and we can tweak just little things, or maybe even just getting them into the correct competitive environment is going to make them thrive at the next level, and I think that Casey is somebody that could happen for.
So no surprise here, Simon continues his torrid pace at 3:40 right now. You see the split of 28.31 for a 3:39.07.
Yeah, right on pace for something right at what he went yesterday, 4:35. He doesn't need to do too much, doesn't need to do too little. If he really throws down, maybe he goes a 4:33 and threatens his best time. But for him now, he has to be considering, what do I really need to do? Now, when you look at second place, that is where this awesome battle is existing. And getting into the mix is Thomas Rice of Chambly, who, if he chases down Gavin Jones, that's meaningful points for Chambly.
So pretty much a foregone conclusion. Simon Casey won. Good point, though. Who's going to come in second and third and grab some points there? It's almost a full-length lead. Wow.
That's an awesome swim. 4:33.81 for Casey. A fantastic and consistent swim. And again, if you're a college coach, you'll love to see consistency. What a great race for second place, decided by 100th of a second.
Wow, Garrett Kennedy over Gavin Jones. Slimmest of margins, literally.
A tough thing for a lot of people outside of the sport of swimming maybe to accept is there are